Is it working now? Okay. Let's see if my audio is going to stay working because that was weird. But this is why I'm always testing it to make sure. If not, you will just see me exit out of this and come back because that's wild. But while I do have my audio working, hello everyone, welcome back to LotusMaje Divination. Hopefully you have been enjoying some of the uploads I have done recently in regards to pretty much, I've done one on Rihanna, I've done one on Tyler, I've done one on Beyonce and Carrie Hilson, I've done one on Harpo Gum and Kim Go-Eun, I've done one on Jackson Wang was the other one. So this week I've had sorry, I'm picking up some cards that fell as soon as I went to like shuffle my deck. But hopefully you all have been enjoying those readings and have been sharing them out. You have liked and so forth. But this one is also another late stream. It was meant to go up yesterday, but again, as I've been saying this whole week, I plan to like have all of these done, and then I had like a lot of last minute invites and things like this, so things just got delayed because I was like, I'm gonna celebrate my birthday. So yeah, so this one was late because I stayed out. I actually went to go watch Sinners yesterday, which was a really good movie. If you all have not seen it, I highly encourage you to watch it. It's such a good movie. Okay, 1 second here, because it looks like my stuff is being delayed again. So 1 sec, I'm gonna make sure that you all are hearing me properly, because on my end it looks like everything is working okay, but YouTube seems to be having like a bit of a delay here. Okay, never mind. So I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone who's going to go watch it. I'll give you some time to see it, but I think if you, even if you don't like horror movies, I think this is the movie you'll watch. I don't know. To me, it isn't like scary. It's, I don't know, it reads more like a drama or a folk tale, more so to me. But we're going to focus on our reading on Kim Go-Eun. The only reason why I wanted to do this reading myself is because apparently she seems to Okay, let's try this again. See if it's working now. Okay, yes. All right, yes, my audio was trying to have issues. I don't know what it is. If it's like I don't have my mic plugged in right when I start OBS and have it just going, it suddenly just feels like it's not reading my my audio stuff. So I just had to like restart it. So sorry about that technical difficulties, but we will move forward. So as I was saying, I will reinstate again, the reason why I'm doing this reading on Kim Go-Eun, it seems like the South Korean audience doesn't seem to have like the brightest or like the best I guess they view on her. I know she was recently brought up in a scandal for something she said in an interview that she's doing for some new movie or show that she's doing. People didn't like her response. I've heard some, South Korean people look at her. This was mainly around, what was that show? Eternal Monarch or something like that? King Eternal Monarch? Where I was hearing discussions about people saying she was ugly, or people say she's not like, she doesn't fit the Korean beauty standard, but elsewhere she does well. So yeah, I just figured I would do this reading on her because outside of here, American, I like most of the stuff that I have seen her do. Little Women, King and Tana Monarch, Goblin, I think was another good one she did. Those are the three that's coming to mind right now, but some people just seem to like not take to her the best. So I figured, why not do a reading on Kim Go-Eun? So before I get into this reading, I have to issue a disclaimer. Please note that all statements made are alleged for entertainment purposes only. I am only saying this as someone who admires this actor, actress. I want to see what's going to be coming up for her, so we're going to do an energy check, and then we're just going to look and see what's coming up for her in the future. Please don't take what I'm saying in this as the end all be all, because energies do change, and I am simply a spiritual translator. It's the best way I can explain it to people. I pick up on things sometimes and I try to translate it over, but sometimes there's no one-to-one comparison or translation. Some things may be lost in the context of it, or some kind of wording change, or whatever the case may be, but I do try my best to deliver the message that I'm getting. With all of that being said, and if you're comfortable with these rules, let's proceed forward, okay? So, again, this is just the energy reading because I don't have anything specifically I want to have, or have some kind of like output or outlook that I would want for her. It's just a simple energy reading, and then, yeah, what's going to be coming up for her in the future. Because I do know she's currently in a show or a movie right now. I think it's something dealing with space, if I'm not wrong. But I don't think we get to see it here in America. At least not on any platforms that I'm aware of. So. Okay, so that's the three we have. Okay, so we have the Six of This dealing with success, the Empress, kind of knowing something outside of the physical. I get that she's a creator. I'm looking at this Empress card, and I keep getting something about creator. Like, I don't know if she writes or if she's just like, she really creates and flesh out her role, or she just really takes her job seriously as an actress. I'm not sure, but something about creator is a big thing that's coming up for me here. Someone who really trusts their guts when it comes to things. They're not really operating maybe like out of logic or stuff like that, which is, it's art, should it have to be. I think it's more so, hey, this particular art piece or this particular work that I'm doing is meant to, I want to portray a certain message, and I'm just not going to be married to it because people are going to interpret it the way they want to. One of the things that people say, I forget how it goes, like, you have an intention for your art, but once it's out there in the public, people gonna do with it as they will, kind of thing. And I think she's somebody who's like very much aware of that, and maybe like doesn't take it that serious or something in a way. Like, maybe not the criticism, she doesn't take it that serious because it's like, well, that wasn't what I had in mind, but sure. I'm glad you interpret it that way. We have the Ten of Swords ruin, but it's coming up in reverse. I don't think there's ruin here. I don't think there's something that's necessarily mean that's gonna be her downfall. It could be a delay in something here, like, hey, you know, eventually this is gonna be something that you're gonna eventually struggle with. You're really gonna have to put some intentionality behind what you're doing, some kind of purpose. It just can't be just creating for creation's sake. But there could be something here along the lines of why a mental block is just coming up, but that's not, I don't think that's it. It's yeah, is it like other people just not getting you, understanding you? And then we also have the Nine of Wands Strength card in reverse. What is the worry here with money? And then, ooh. So this is actually supposed to be strength, but in this deck it's called lust. Why would that be coming up in reverse? Not usually when the lovers come up in reverse to me, it's kind of like not living in alignment, not being balanced. Let's see if I can get some kind of expansion on this. Can we expand on this a bit more, please? I just really get like she's somebody who really follows her gut instincts a lot. And maybe that could rub some people the wrong way because she gets maybe very focused on what she's feeling or what her gut instincts are telling her. And some people are like, they don't see it at that point in time. And maybe that becomes a point of contention here. Because that's kind of like what this is giving me. And then we have the humorist here. Refreshing joy, exhilaration, and skills earned from creative play and laughter are their own reward and can help you solve problems. We also have the truth, but it's coming up in reverse here. It says you cannot be truthful with another person unless you are truthful and honest with yourself. She's someone who get lost in her characters because she doesn't like being in her life. I don't think she would be the first or the last actor to do that. Let's see what these two are. We have the critic coming up in reverse. Constructive criticism when asked for is a gift between friends, but perfectionism, over-analysis, and pickiness do more harm than good. She does not come across as like a picky person, maybe. Again, I don't know how to explain it. To me, it's something about her art or how she exhibits her art where some people could say it's her being like narrow focused or it could be annoying, but it's something like, hey, well, I was reading about this character and I really think she should be portrayed like A, B, C, D. I really think we should do that. Here's how I'm thinking of like trying to get that message across. And I think that could be annoying to some people, especially like maybe like the writer or the director who's like created the character and they're like, no, I want them portrayed like this. And she's like, no, I get it, but let's focus on it like this. Like I could see that being a point of contention, I would say, amongst her peers. Because that's more so what it's giving me. And then we have the Resolute was the other card. And it says, if you do not resolve to be patient and endure tough times, success may appear to you to always be in the future or in another's power. The Resolute. What is it something that she's coming to terms with? Coming to terms with like not being liked in the industry. Coming to terms with, because this did speak about patience. She seems to be like the type of person who kind of tries to avoid tough, like when times get tough, she kind of seems like she is avoidant to that. See, look, escapist is the underlying card here. Then we have the Traveler. And Game Changer, which reads, how confident you feel about magic and change, especially your ability to magically change yourself and your situation, is crucial. There seems to be another layer here, and kind of like she uses her art as a form of escapism too. Like she likes escaping into the characters and the world that she is portraying. She almost gives me Piscean energy. I wonder if she is a Pisces. You know what? Actually, let's look that up. Let's look that up, shall we? Let's see. What does this say she is? A Cancer. I was close enough. But Pisces is her moon sign. So according to, what is this website that I'm looking at? Let's see. According to Astrologify, she is a Cancer sun, a Pisces moon, and a Libra rising. If that doesn't sound like escapism to me, living in dreamland, but also somebody who could be very emotional and stubborn. Also somebody who could be very intuitive as well. Very artistic. We have uplifting visions here. I think she is I think that's what makes her so good at her craft. She can escape into her characters. Ineffable delights. We're not gonna count these, but they kind of just roll out there. Let's see if they're meant to stick. What is this that fell on the floor? Sorry. I went to grab another one and those fell. Let's see. This one is Shared Breath. And what else here? We have Cast About. I think she feels sort of like an outsider or like an alien. And that's probably why she does get so engrossed in her characters and she takes her job seriously. Because, like, where else would I be able to go and create stuff like this and be successful while still being kind of like an outcast at the same time? Before I'm just like in trouble. We have Sovereign Equality. I think there's something here where she's fighting to kind of like find her inner strength in something. Radical Potential, Intuitive Navigation. We also have Quandary Crossroads. There's something that she is trying to gain her agency within. It feels like to me as well. Okay, let's see what's coming up for her in the future. I'm not getting any kind of like other intuitive hits here. Let's see. What's gonna be coming up? What's gonna go on in the future? Maybe that explains some things here. Okay, we have the Ten of Disc, Wealth. Why is everybody concerned with money lately? This seems to be kind of like the reoccurring theme here. Can somebody from South Korea let me know if there been some big shakeup in the industry, like when it comes to the actors and stuff? Because it seems like every K-idol or actor or whatever that I have read on recently, there seems to be something in concern with their money. Like is it kind of feels like us over here where are like your 401k, like your retirement fund is really attached to the stock market. And it kind of feels like to me it's like, oh, are the management companies really tied to like the GDP or something? Like it feels something like that. But again, we have the Prince of Cups coming out here. That's that Cancer and that Pisces that work. Very dreamlike, very head in the clouds, very much escape, avoidance, kind of like personality here as well until they just can't. And then we also have the Nine of Wands, Strength, and that's the second time that's come out for her. I think last time it came out in reverse too. What is something that she needs to stand up? She needs to stand up about something. Not sure what it is, but she kind of gives me like avoidance. I would rather not, don't like confrontation. Like I really try, she really seems like she tries to avoid confrontation. She'd rather just say, oh, it's a joke. No, it's not a joke. Stand on it. Stand on it. That's what actually wanted to fall out here. The Eight of Cups in reverse, indolence. Some work. Oh, you can call me so for a minute. I have to look up what this card is for indolence because that is not SAT where I'm recalling right now at this point. Working out of emotional depletion. It's kind of like what I get from the book, Indolence. And this does deal with like Pisces. Did it say Pisces and Mercury energy? So kind of like your emotional. It's like your emotional maturity is like preventing you, or immaturity is preventing you from actually communicating what you need to. Because here's what the book says. It says Pisces is calm but stagnant water, and Saturn deadens no longer. Oh, sorry, I went to the second line. And Saturn deadens it completely. Water appears no longer as a sea, but as pools, and there's no fluorescence in this car as there was in the last. So to me, this kind of feels more so like what they call them, bogs, marshlands. Like, oh, it's water. It's supposed to be, water is supposed to be the source of life and nutrients and the cause of where we all come from. But this isn't the kind of water you really want to be around. This is kind of like low vibrational. Nothing can really grow from this water. Except for me as like, let me stop. But yeah, it's kind of like you're just gonna get stank from this. Let's see what else is gonna come out here in the future for her. She has a lot of water ruling her chart, it seems like, too, or at least coming up in this reading. Oh, I hate when that happens. You go to pick up the one card and everything else falls out. We do have the maggots that fell out too in the AI. Sorrow was the other card. The Three of Swords. All of these came up in reverse. So concern about material wealth or material things is coming up here. We also have the Eight of Cups. It feels like a lack of emotional work that's happening. Kind of like, I don't know, maybe like she needs a therapist or something. We also have the Aeon here, and that's usually speaking to AKA the Judgment card. Feeling judged about something or being overlooked for something. Maybe like some karmic imbalance that's appearing up here as well. We also have the Three of Swords, sorrow, which can also speak to a heartbreak, something that you are refusing to kind of like let go of, with it coming up in reverse as well. Also want to note in this, it is a Libra sign that comes up. And as we just discovered, or at least I just discovered, she is a Libra rising. But something is telling me to read the Aeon. Hold on. Gotta go to 20. The Aeon deals with action, redemption, rebirth, communion, limitless, reborn, and absolution. The three figures at the bottom of the card are rising in rebirth from the letter Shin, which has 3 yads as its petals. From these, the humans emerge into the new era. The scales of Libra are behind these, alluding to the judgment at the end of life. The feather of Ma'at is used to weigh the hearts of the dead and judge their worthiness. So even though Crowley renamed the card the Aeon, there are plenty of symbols of the last judgment here. This card is an adaptation of the Seal of Revealing, the artifact that Crowley's wife, Rose, led him to as a result of her communion with the god Horus. It's funny she has the Aeon, which also did the Aeon, and she also had the High Priestess, which both to me reads like spiritual, like really spiritual cards to me. So I wonder again if this is something here where she is having to do some internal work on herself right now, because there's something going on with why can't you be grateful? Why aren't you happy? You have all of this. What could happen to you tomorrow if you was to lose being, the status of being the superstar or K idol? Who are you at the end of the day? Like, you have to be happy with who you are. And I don't necessarily, in this reading, and again, I don't know this lady from Eve, okay? So take this with a grain of salt. It just kind of feels like she is struggling with finding self-worth, self-happiness, really standing on business when it comes to things that she wants and desires. I think she has been very fortunate so far because when it comes to her art, I think she is very passionate about that. But I think probably where it comes to other things in her life, a lot of things just kind of falls to the wayside. She just let it happen and go about her business. I don't think she really stands up for herself or have good boundaries. Yes, that's the word I want to say. I feel like she doesn't have good boundaries when it comes to things outside of her work, her creativity. The drama queen comes up for the wealth card. Some people need a high level of attention to validate their sense of worth. And didn't I mention at the beginning of this that there seems to be a lack of validation from her own people, but she gets it from other people. But because it's not maybe from who she wants, maybe that's where the struggle is coming in here. Make sure that you are not that person staging needless plays. I was not expecting to get this about her. Because, I don't know. I just, looking at her, I felt like I would get something totally different. I feel like I would have got more boss babe energy or something. Okay, that was way too many cards. So I'm going to note these. We have the lover, the manifester, the gardener, the poet, the protector, the escapist. That's the second time this come out for her. The alchemist, the sage. To me, it feels like when it comes to artistic looks and things like that, she can, she's the person you want to go to run something creative or to help expand on something creatively. She has it for you. The traveler card popped out again. She had that last time. Let travel, education, and communication systems take you and your ideas to the world. Is she wanting to step out more so behind the camera, maybe? Does she have an idea for something that she wants to craft, like a show or something? But she probably don't have the confidence to do it. Does she want to kind of like step out and make her own management or something maybe? I think it's probably something like a business venture. Let's see here. Oh, the Lover card came back out again. With love, all things are possible, for love replaces your confusing doubts and weakening fears with faith in yourself and others. I'm not making that up. That's what that says. There's something here about a lack of self-confidence going on. I think there is something that she wants to create or do, but she, again, she struggles with like self-worth, self-validation. The Warrioress. You have the ability to conquer your fears and faults and the right to defend who you are, who you love, and what you believe in. Stand on it all the way around. Whether it's love, career, family, stand on it, Kim. Stand on it, Kim. Stop backing down. Risk it. Go take the risk. Go have fun. The worst thing that can happen is no. And then, or it's delayed. It's not right now. It may take you 10 years to do it, but you rather do it in 10 years and do it the right way or never do it at all. You know? Okay, let's see what we got here. Covetous design. What is the material worry here? Does she not have the capita maybe to put together this idea that she's wanting to do? Because then we also have bleeding together. Kind of giving me like Three of Swords energy too. That heartbreak, things not working out, struggles. This flipped over in my hand, Force of Nature, but we're going to see if it's actually meant to come out. Oh, she's getting a lot of shadow cards. Inflammatory response. And then we also have Shadow Guardian. Okay, again, I don't know this lady from Eve. I just know of her what I've seen on TV and shows and my own impression. But to me, I would say if I was her spiritual advisor, it seems like she has some shadow work to do. She has some self-discovery that is being asked of her at this point. And there is, again, yes, some shadow work that she needs to do. There is some things about herself she needs to face that maybe she's been avoiding. Or it could be a person maybe around her that keeps making her feel this way. But I kind of said it repeatedly through this reading. It sort of feels like a lot of self-doubt is going on. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's like some business venture she's sitting on right now that she hasn't put into works and she really wants to, but because of whether she feels like she doesn't have the qualifications, she's dealing with imposter syndrome, she doesn't have the money, maybe she doesn't have the network or whatever the resources may be, there's a struggle for her to kind of like get it up and off the ground. And it's kind of like creating this feedback loop where she kind of find herself still going back to the same thing of like, I want to do this, but I can't because of A, B, C, D, and E. But I can do this, but oh, I can't do it because of A, B, C, D, and E. It kind of just creates this like negative feedback loop. And it's kind of like, well, why don't you just do it? Which one is you saying is the hardest step? A, B, C, or D, E? Which one seems like the easier one? Seems like the most attainable one? Go that route and move forward. That didn't work out. Oh, try something else. You might learn something along the way when you fail. Try that out. I know it's easier said than done. And believe me, because I'm somebody, I will talk myself out of a lot of things that I want to do. So I have no room to talk. But again, if I was spiritually advising somebody, or if I was spiritually advising Kim Go-Eun, that would be my words to her. Like, just go and do it. Try it. Take the risk. You know, even if it's just off of your name alone, because you are a great actress. You seem to really have an eye for artistry. Like, take it, do it. Go out the box with it. And ask for, and apologize later. Essentially. Let's see what else is coming up for Kim Go-Eun, and we are going to wrap it up here. Going to close it out. Oh, okay, so we have power. I think that's it. Find your power. Where's your inner power? Where's your inner strength? We have the Prince of Cups coming up again. Then I usually, when I see Prince of Cups, it really gives me imagination. The power of imagination. And then we have Knight of Wands. But there's a lack of, with the Knight of Wands coming up here, it's like there's a lack of push. There's a lack of like want. There's a lack of like actually going out there and getting it. I have the idea. Maybe I don't want to spend the money on it necessarily. Maybe I just don't want to go out on my own and do it. Like, it's like all the things are there, but it's just because you don't have the gall to step out there and do it. You don't have the confidence with this Knight of Wands. It's just sitting there. Look at this. The Magus comes up again. What in the creating are you not creating? What is she holding back on? Ace of Wands here. Again, that's that lack of inspiration, that fire, that burn, that lit fire under you to get you to go out there and do what you need to do. And then we also have Six of Discs. Is she afraid that she's going to fail? Is that what that's all coming down to? Afraid I'm going to fail, and it's going to affect her wealth and her money and how people look at her and want to do it? Is that what it is? I understand the fear of failure. I think a lot of people can relate to that. There's a lot of people afraid to fail. Especially in today's society, you have so many kids that are like, failing gives me the ick. People are going to talk about me. Yeah, they're going to talk about you regardless. So you might as well go out there and do what you want to do, or sit back and never do anything at all because you're afraid people are going to talk about you. So yeah, I don't know how old she is. This kind of reads very, she's 33. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling that. It's giving more like she's like in her early 20s more so. I know age is just a number because we all mature depending on what life has thrown at us. We all mature at different paces and at different stages in our life. But I don't know, she kind of gets me kind of sheltered, or maybe it's just because she is that water sign where Cancer Pisces here, okay? Pisces moon, Cancer sun, and Libra rising. The astrology girls are going to understand what I'm saying when I say this. It can be very not on earth. I am very much head in the clouds. I don't know what's going on right now. What year is it? Because I was making up my own imaginary world. Like, come back. Come back down to earth and utilize some of that in your life. In your everyday life. And I think she does when it comes to her art again. But I think when it comes to other parts of her life, it just seems like she go along to get along, seems kind of coddled, maybe not emotionally mature enough to kind of like carry stuff through, or kind of like go through the struggle and handle those setbacks. very much. I just said it was a joke just so people can get off me because I don't want to deal with the confrontation. Yeah. I would say whatever this business venture that she has, though, I think she should, even if maybe she don't want to push it, maybe sell it to somebody else or something, unless you really want to go through and do it. But you actually got to commit to it. You can't be sitting on this and be upset that it never happens. Yeah. That's all I'm getting for Kim Go-Eun. Let me know what you all think, or if it's something that you can expand on here that I'm picking up on, because maybe I'm going this way and it's really like, no, it's really this way. So let me know in the comment section below, because I'm sure somebody probably have more details than I do. I'm just reading what I'm getting from the cards and intuitively, because again, I am an intuitive tarot reader. So give us some insight. Give me some insight. Let me know what you think, or if it's something I said here to kind of like set your attendance off here. With that being said, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hitting that notification bell to all so you can see the next time I upload. I think the next few readings I'm going to be doing, it'll probably be a few ways off. I don't know, the next time I'll have time to actually do stuff, because this was even a struggle trying to get these out this week, but I'm trying. So enjoy what I do have up, but definitely that's why you want to hit that notification bell so you can see the next time I'm uploading, because they have been quite sporadic. So with all of that being said, I wish you all a great evening, a great day, a great afternoon, wherever you are. May you be full of happiness and self-worth. May you be enjoying yourself. May you be relaxing, get rid of that anxiety, winding down, whatever the case may be. Enjoying Easter if you celebrate that. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.